All right.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the cast. It has been a long time, and we still haven't even. We're not even going to talk about the other episode because it won't make sense when we put it out.
Oh yeah. That
But
one
yeah.
probably go out soon too.
Ed left me for a week, so I couldn't do anything. He left us and went to Japan, and we're going to talk about that. But before we talk about that, we want to appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you guys all like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching, I was going to say TikTok, but I'll be making short, so that won't make sense. But if you're listening to us on Spotify, because I will eventually do that, like it. I don't know if you can comment on it. Subscribe to it. Do all that good stuff. Give us some recommendation on topics to talk about in the comment section. You know, some funny stuff. Anything that's not politics we'll talk about. Any anime debates you want to go about, or
Zoro
gaming
wins every
debates. I like Zoro too, but I don't.
Nah.
It depends.
Technically, Gojo wins every time.
Well, there's
Not every time, I guess.
I don't know if you ever watched this YouTube channel.
Oh, is it the animated ones?
Yeah, where they do like all the research and stuff about it, and then they have them battle it out.
That's impressive how they can like do that shit like legitimately.
A death battle. That's what it's called.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
think of the catchphrase he says before they fight.
Yeah.
So death battle, and they have Gojo in there fighting somebody. Let me see. Let me just go to death battle.
It's got to be another overpowered.
Another
character.
OP. It has to be another OP character
Probably
to go up
Goku.
against.
Maybe.
No, that's Gojo's not world destroying.
Oh, okay.
You know, so no Gojo versus Makima or Makima. Okay.
Oh, Makima.
I haven't read.
Damn.
Oh no, I don't want to start the video. So I don't know enough about her ability to even know if that's a good fight or not.
I know a little bit, but like against Gojo, because like I think her ability, the way it works is, let's say she can be anywhere in the world,
Yes.
and if she has someone whisper someone's name,
Mm-hmm.
that person will die.
Okay. Yeah. When she had
But-
those people lined up.
So will they, if that makes sense. So the person that
Yes.
whispers or says the name will die.
That's why she had all those prisoners lined up.
Yeah,
But
with like the masks or the bags over their heads. But I don't
mean-
think she could beat Gojo.
The real factor of that is if her ability can pierce through his ability to actually kill him. If it cannot, she's fucked. She won't
Yeah.
win because
That's a good point.
his ability just stops anything from touching him. Now, if her ability is like some invisible thing nobody can see that just pierces and kills him, it won't work on him. But
That's
if it's
right.
something that just instantaneously happens,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. You'd have to like go deep into the manga to figure out her ability, or watch Death Battle because they talk about it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna actually watch that after this.
Well, see, the funny thing about Death Battle is there's always a fight, like a real physical fight.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see.
So it would be
Makima
interesting. You've never seen her fight.
Fight. No.
So how would you put her in an actual battle against him?
Yeah.
Because we've seen him fight.
Yeah.
We've never seen her fight.
No.
So how would you do that?
It's interesting. I probably can't watch it yet. I don't want to get spoiled on something. I'd probably have to read Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And then But to go back to the reason I left Dom, I went to Tokyo for a week. It was awesome. I want to go back. Maria and I the first day we were there and we were like, man, we should move here.
Yeah. Let's go by your Tokyo experience. 'Cause
Okay.
Now I want to go.
Yeah.
But let's go by, the travel experience, the being there, living the culture,
Mm-hmm.
and even like your problems coming back. Because you told me some of your problems coming back.
We had a few issues, not too bad, but
It's
on the way there, I think it was travel time was maybe like, I don't know, 16, 18 hours ish.
Mm-hmm.
Flight there, I was honestly a little worried because being stuck in a plane for that long sucks. But
Bro, you have terrible posture. I don't know how you can slouch like that.
I do.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just looked over and you're just slumped in. And I'm like just sitting up.
It's because I have my. Hold on, let me fix my shit. All right, so.
That's why I gotta put my leg up.
So on the plane, it was honestly really nice. One, they gave you a blanket. They gave you a pillow. So many movies to watch, like so many. I watched Spider-Verse. Let me see.
What do you mean they just walked around and handed out pillows and blankets?
No, they were just on the seats.
Oh, nice.
Like when you sat down, it was right there. And also,
they just knew.
Yeah, like I think for international flights, it's normal to do that because you're supposed to sleep on the plane, and when you sleep, you get cold. Come here, buddy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
OB appearance. So and honestly, and then they gave you 2 meals. They gave you a dinner, and they gave you a breakfast, which were really good. I'll put pictures of it that I took of them, or at least of one of them. It was really good.
Is it meals of the area that you're heading to, or just normal U.S. American meals?
So we flew Air. I think it was Japan Air. I'm gonna find a picture just because I want to let you know, but I'll also include these pictures in the podcast. I was like so surprised when I saw them. I was like, oh. Let's see.
Leave my cap alone.
Bro, look at this. This is what we were served on the plane.
Oh yeah, I would have slept good after that.
And a beer. They even gave you the option to have a beer. And this was like miso soup, bro. This is the best miso soup I've ever had.
On a plane?
Yeah, on the plane.
Wow.
So like,
damn.
it was really good. Then we get there. I think we landed at like 4:30ish a.m. on Monday morning. We take us like a 40ish. It was a little difficult to like understand what train pass we had to get, because pretty much the way it works is you get a train pass and you load money onto it, and you can always reload more money into it. So you get into the subway. We took the 50-ish minute subway to our area, which was Arasuka. Double check on that. Yeah, Arasuka, which they pronounce it Araska, almost like very minimal U. Mm-hmm. So we get there like I think an hour early. Our ryokan, which means it's like a traditional hotel, they open at 7. So we're just kind of like chilling on the street early in the morning. Sun's already up though. Like the sun was like already up, which was super surprising because here the sun comes up at like 7-ish.
Yeah.
There it gets up at like 5. We already see the business people going to work, whatever. So we're kind of like walking the area. It's it's pretty empty. You see people walking, you see people running. The place opens. We actually see the lady open up, and we just kind of wait like 2 minutes because we don't want to be those people, Well, yeah. So wait 2 minutes. Everyone's so polite there, dude. Like it was insane. Everyone, they bow a lot, which is you kind of get very used to it. You get used to doing it as well. It's just like very respectful to do that. Mm-hmm. So we leave our bags there because that's what she let us do. She's like, oh yeah, you can leave your bags here. Check-in's not until 3 p.m. So we're like, cool. So we leave our bags. Finally, we like got that load off, and we just start kind of exploring. There's like a temple right, like literally within a 2-minute walk from our area.
Oh, nice. And
it's like a temple that's been there for years. It was fucking gorgeous, dude. Like it was huge. It's just so many things that they had there that you wouldn't be able to have in the U.S. Because like there's like these fountains where you're supposed to wash your hands at before you go into the temple and touch stuff, and there's these little ladles that are just sitting there, and you just pick one up, you get it from the fountain, you put it on your hands, whatever, and you just leave it there. In the U.S., that shit would get stolen.
Yeah, that shit be gone.
But
somebody be using it to stir their soup.
They're just there, which is awesome. Yeah, someone.
I need this.
And that first day, I will say my back was killing me for a few days just because you're walking a lot. and like my lower back was killing me. I'd have to sit down a few times, but I didn't want that to stop me. I was just because there was so much to see. Like the temples were fucking beautiful. The streets smelled so clean, like legitimately like like they shampoo their streets. Like it smelled sweet almost. The 7-Elevens, bro. Mm-hmm. Wow, they have onigiri there. They have like
what'd you call me?
They have really good. They like it was so good. There was something else. Oh yeah, these like egg sandwiches that they sell there. They're open 24/7, so that's like really like. There was like we actually had to keep going back a few times to like, get like breakfast and shit.
It's so sad how another culture 7-Eleven is a hell of a lot better than ours.
Dude,
ours is
yeah,
just shit.
It was amazing in there.
People look miserable to be there. It's just. I would go there just to live in 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
just like I'm just going to 7-Eleven to get my food.
They took cards, so it was super easy. Another thing in Japanese culture. You don't walk while you eat. You don't it's considered rude. So we got our stuff and now we're just kind of walking around finding a place to sit down, just to eat our food.
American scum walking around here eating.
We actually see this little like 7-year-old boy like by himself walking to school. Like he had his little shorts on, he has his little school uniform on, his backpack, and I was like,
can't do that shit around here.
I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like this little boy can just walk to school by himself. Like incredible. Like I felt so safe there. Like there was one day, I think it was the next day, we woke up at like 1 a.m. because our sleep schedule was fucked up. Yeah. It was 11 hours screwed. Off. And so we were like, I woke up, I'm hungry. And so Maria and I were like, well, let's go to 7-Eleven. That's the only place that's open right now. So we get some food, we bring it back to the hotel. Actually, before we go to the temple area because it's the middle of the night and it's empty. Like there's like you can like really just walk. We were taking some pictures.
Oh, so the temple's just open. Like it's just like a temple you just walk into.
Yeah, like it's just open. Like there are some that have like gates.
Yeah.
But that one specifically, it's just like an open walkway.
Yeah, you couldn't have shit like that here. You'll see like people just sleeping in there. Just
exactly.
They're sleeping.
I saw like 2 homeless people my whole time there.
Damn.
Yeah, like that's it. While we were there, bro, like at the temple in the middle of the night, these two Japanese girls, they came up to us with like Google Translate, and it was like, oh, do you want us to take a picture of you guys? And I was like, yeah, that would be great. So they take a picture of us. It was super nice. Put that picture up there too.
There it is.
It was a great picture. Then and then one day we end up doing kimono rentals. Mm-hmm. So that day actually, the night before we did a. I'm
surprised you didn't buy your own kimono.
Yeah, it would have been expensive, I think. Bro, a lot goes into the kimono.
Really?
A lot more than I thought. Babe! What is the dinner that we did called? Omakase. So we did an omakase, which is like a chef, like a sushi chef, like he sits in front of you and he gives you like, I think it was like 20 different like types of food.
Oh yeah.
I could. And he makes them right there in front. And bro, I had real wasabi for the first time in my life, like the actual root, and I see the difference. Like I was like, wow, this is so good. And
it's not like that paste crap that we have here.
Like it is paste, but like the way he does it is like he had like a fine like grater, and he like would do this on it, and it would kind of turn into a paste, and he just get it with a finger, put it on the sushi or whatever he was making, and it was like the taste was so good. So
it's like you've had the wasabi here.
I've had the wasabi here.
Is it as intense as the one here?
No, it's not actually. Like I feel like the one here is more intense, but it's also I think because it's used too much here, as opposed to there, since he was putting it on the food it's himself. Like he was able to like put exactly how much you needed. So that was a super cool experience because he's like he puts the food in front of you for you to eat it. He explains what's in it. He explains how it's made. He even like puts like pictures of like the fish that it may be. So that was a super amazing experience.
Was
like,
there a language barrier between you and the cook?
A little bit, but he spoke English.
Okay.
It was like broken English, but they had these little cards, these laminated cards that also like explain the dishes as well.
Because they're used to a lot of tourists at this point.
Right.
Okay.
So we do that. That was incredible. It was so good. It was the best sushi I've ever had in my life. And like that day, actually, I started getting a tickle in my throat, and I was like, all right, that's probably not a big deal. Next day, I think we did the kimono rentals, and I was feeling sick. Like I felt like shit. Like
I remember you telling me you felt sick,
yeah.
but now you told me you ate some sushi beforehand. Maybe it was the sushi. And which, not to say that they served you bad food.
So
maybe it's just your body adjusting to like not having all the extra bullshit preservatives that we have in our food.
So I thought about that, but I don't think so because my throat was starting to feel a little funny before we went to the the omakase.
Okay.
Like it was starting to like kind of like bother me a little bit. Like I had to a few times, you know. Then I ate on the way back home. I was fine because typically when my throat bothers me and I eat, it like kind of goes away for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I woke up and I'm feeling like shit, bro. Like I'm feeling hot. Like my nose is running. My throat is killing me. Like it's like hurts to swallow.
Oh God.
And I'm like,
immediately I'm going to 7-Eleven and just
like I was
throwing back some drugs.
Yeah, yes, I got this throat spray from 7-Eleven where you like, so you throw, it's like
man, I used to use that a lot as a child.
And bro, it helped a lot.
Yeah, bro, I loved that shit as a kid.
So in my mind, I'm like, damn, like, did I get COVID? Is this just
immediately
a
you go to COVID?
I'm like, because I felt like ass, but I'm like, I'm also in Tokyo, like I'm in Japan. I don't want to just be in bed all day sick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, no, like, you know, we do our kimono rentals. They have to like, so it was a really cool experience. The way it works is like, you know, you kind of pick 2 different colors, or you pick a kimono, and like they let you pick any of them. Like it's like all on a shelf or on a rack. And so, you know, you pick the color you want, then you pick the belt color, then you pick like this sort of rope color that like kind of keeps it together. And then like, you know, you have a lady come in. You take off, well, before the lady comes in, you take off your clothes, you change into like these like white, like almost underneath undergarments, and then like you have another lady come in, she dresses you in a kimono. You have to like for the male one at least, because I know the woman one took a lot longer for Maria. It was like one towel here,
a towel.
A towel, and then it's like a white kimono, and then the black one, and then the over one, and so then the belt, which they tie, and then the little rope that they put together. They even gave us the sandals too, like the little sandals, which, man, those are hard to walk in. Very hard to walk in.
Oh, with the 2 pieces at the bottom?
No, it wasn't those.
The
thankfully.
Luffy sandals?
No, not like Luffy, but it's like a flat sandal with like where your toes are pretty much like this. Like it's like, but it's very flat, which is like the difference.
Oh, that they would have with those white socks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very traditional like footwear, and so, you know, we're walking. It's a little hard to walk because you're wearing a kimono and you like kind of have to take small steps, or else like, because in a way it's almost like a dress.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you kind of like
you can't take strides.
Yeah, you can't take strides. So, you know, I'm still having a good time. You know, we get some mochi, or Maria gets some mochi ice, or not mochi. Matcha ice cream.
I love matcha ice cream.
I get a chocolate one, and it was so good.
So much better there.
I took a picture. Actually, Maria took a picture of me, and it's when I was feeling like real shitty, and you can see it in my eyes. I'm like, which I'll pull up real quick because it is funny. Like, let me see. Oh yeah, this one right here, bro. You see my eyes, bro? So this is the rope I was talking about. So this rope. I picked this in the black, but you also have a white one underneath.
Were you hot at all? That shit looks thick.
It did get it's funny because it would get hot, and then it would cool down, like the weather. Like it would get hot as soon as I started getting too hot. It would cool down, and I'm like, okay, the weather's nice here. Like in Florida, if you start getting hot, you start sweating.
It's just hot. It's always hot.
Before I even started sweating, it would just kind of cool down a little bit, enough for me to not sweat. So it was like comfortable. The day before, actually, looking at the pictures back, we went to Shibuya, which Shibuya was really cool. We took a picture of, I don't know if you've heard the story of like a specific dog that would always go to the metro to meet his owner. And pretty much the way the story goes is the dog would always meet his owner at the metro, like on the way home. And then one day the owner died like out and about. So the dog stayed, like went there, and he just kept waiting and waiting for the owner to get there, and the owner never came. Eventually, the dog passed away, but they made a statue for the dog.
Oh, that's cool.
In Japan, and we actually took a pretty nice picture next to it. Let me see what else. The next day, I don't think we had much planned the next day. We just went to the anime and video game district, which was, man, I didn't want to leave.
I would love to go there.
It was so cool, bro. So you're walking down the street, and there's just storefronts, as you see in a big city. But not only are there storefronts, there are store floors, and pretty much every door that you can walk in, there's going to be a basement level, and then like 5 to 9 stories up of like figurines,
manga.
My God. Like, bro, there were so many figurines. I wanted to spend so much money. It was not enough time.
It's just like I gotta come to each store each day.
Yeah,
and
like
just go through all the floors.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. I had ramen for the first. Like, I had authentic Japanese ramen. It was amazing.
Did you get to see them make it?
Kind of. Like, so the way it worked is we had to actually wait outside in a line. And when then outside the guy came out, he's like, "Oh, which one do you want?" You kind of point at the picture of which one you want, and then because there was only limited seating, it was like 10, 12 people at a time in
Inside
the whole
the
restaurant.
building?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So as soon as some people leave,
that's not too surprising for a ramen restaurant.
Yeah, so
Even
people
here,
leave, and then you come in, and they already know what you want because they've taken your order. So then they put it in front of you, and bro, it was amazing. It wasn't the most flavorful ramen I ever had. Yeah. But it was perfect. I don't know how to describe it any more than that. It wasn't too spicy. The broth was like light. Like, you I ate all of it. I literally didn't put down my chopsticks until I was done. Like, I was like Maria said that she was like, you just devoured that whole thing. I was just
yeah.
I felt like Naruto,
bet, bro. I probably no wonder Naruto just digs out on ramen all day.
Yeah, like. I messed that thing up, bro. Let me see.
Yeah, that was a nice a city shot you had.
Oh, yeah. I think that was in Shibuya. Oh, yeah, Shibuya.
Oh, that's when you were freaking out from being up too high?
No, actually, this is Shibuya Crossing itself.
Yeah.
Like, a little early in the morning. I'll show you the picture of, like, when I was freaking out. Because this was, like, maybe, like, 20 stories up high. But the other building was, like, way higher.
Oh, so there's a limit. There's a limit to how high you can go.
We also had udon in Shibuya, and that was probably the best dish I've ever had in like there and probably anywhere. It was so flavorful, and bro, that thing came out in like it's almost like imagine a cafeteria line.
Yeah.
Where like you get your ticket, you give it to the person of like what kind of udon you want, and they're like hot or cold.
I'm just picturing you just.
Yeah.
Take it. What do you want? And like,
it's like hot or cold? Hot. It's like, okay. Slide down. You put it in like this area. Your tray in this area. Then you just put the bowl right there. You keep going. You pay at the end, and you sit down. And bro, Maria and I we sat down, and we like started eating. We just looked at each other. We were like, it was amazing. I almost got up and got another bowl after I was finished, but we had to walk. Later on.
And I'm going to eat more good food. I probably would have got another one before I left, though.
Exactly. We wanted to, but it just wasn't in the
time
period. Yeah.
Fucking happens.
So fast forward a little bit. We're going to the Studio Ghibli Museum that day, and we didn't have much to do. Kind of like early in that day, I think I got ready. And we were kind of just waiting. I think we were like taking a nap before we had to go out and head out to the Studio Ghibli Museum because it was in another like prefecture, so we had to take the subway 40-ish minutes.
40 minutes on the subway? It's in a different city. Sounds like it.
No, it was all in Tokyo, bro.
Jesus.
Tokyo was huge. Yeah.
40 minutes and you're still in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Damn.
And honestly though, the time goes by super quick. You're like, you're on your phone. I was reading Jujutsu Kaisen between like shit like that. But like I remember like Maria was asleep and I like keep in mind, I'm feeling sick still. And I'm like not able to breathe almost. Like I'm like, oh fuck, I got COVID. Like I recognize this. Like I can't get a full breath. So I'm like, no, I can't be. Like my throat. Cause I was already like, it was the next day. Like the worst day I felt was the day before, which was like the kimono rentals. But then that next day, my throat started feeling a little better. And I was still like, runny nose and shit. But then I just couldn't breathe too well. And I'm like, oh God. Okay. I'm like, let me just, let me shower or something. I shower. Maria ends up waking up. She goes to the bathroom to start getting ready. And I'm like outside. I'm like psyching myself out. I'm like, okay, what's going on? My heart is racing. I'm like, what is going on with me? So I started looking up symptoms because I'm like, all right, what could this be? And I look up, like, it's like some heart condition that can happen. And I'm like, oh, fuck, my family has, like, heart issues.
Immediately, I'm dying.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, oh, my family has heart issues. And I'm like, oh, God. My heart is racing, and it just won't stop. And I'm like, dude, this is not normal. I'm like, I stand up, and I start getting, like, lightheaded. I'm like, oh, bro, no. Like, I can't do this right now. Like, we have shit to do today. Like, so I'm kind of freaking out. I looked up this thing. I'm like, oh, damn, I can't even ask my mom about it because in Florida, it was like 2, 3 a.m. Like, so
you can always call your mom. It doesn't matter what time of day it is.
So, and it was the middle of the week, too. I didn't want to bother her. I'm like, I don't want to freak her out, too. My mom would have freaked out. I don't want to put that stress on her.
I'm coming to Tokyo right now.
So, Maria gets up, or once she gets out of the bathroom, I'm like, kind of explain to her what's happening. And she's like, I'm like, my heart is racing. I'm fucking freaking out. I'm like, babe, I'm sorry, I'm freaking out. And then, she takes my pulse, and she's like, no, it's like within normal range. I'm like, but like my heart, and like I can literally hear and feel my heart. It was like, dum 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 dum. Once she did say that, and then she took my pulse again. And she's like, it's normal. Like, and I'm like, okay. She says it's normal. I was like, maybe this is just in my head. She's like, maybe you're having an anxiety attack. And I'm like, maybe I'm having an anxiety attack. I look up the symptoms, the exact same. I'm like, okay.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm having an anxiety attack. All right, this is new. This is the first time this has ever happened.
The breathe hard as fuck. Oh god, I just realized my shit was like loud as hell.
So then I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm trying to just like calm myself down, and I just can't. Like, I'm trying to meditate there, and I just can't. Like, my mind just goes somewhere else. And I'm like, but what if it is a heart thing?
You know what you did? Should take a shot.
Oh, bro.
Shot with an instant, like, oh, okay, yeah, I was freaking the fuck out. Let that sake hit your throat.
Yeah.
Go down, and we're like, oh, okay.
We end up going. I'm like, all right, well, it's time to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum. We waited. It was really hard to get these tickets, so I'm like, I'm not gonna miss this.
I'm
gonna make her miss this.
I heard that.
Like, so whatever. So we get in the subway. I'm in the subway. I'm like trying to stay chill. Maria's like talking to me every now and then. I'm like, like, and then we have to like do like a 20-ish minute walk from the exit to the actual museum. It was awesome.
God
by the way,
bro, these walks. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot to see.
Bro, it was like a stereotypical anime neighborhood. Like, it was beautiful. And
so the ones that they always draw in, you're like, where the fuck are these neighborhoods even at? And then you walk through and like, oh,
yep.
Okay.
It was amazing. Like,
that's cool.
I was still like, my heart was racing, and then in my mind, I'm like, I felt like a slight little pain in like my left side. So I'm like, oh,
I have a heart attack now.
oh god, I'm having a heart attack. I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna pass out, and Maria's gonna have to deal with this shit.
Because they drag my ass.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh my god. We finally get there. Heart's still racing. Get into the museum. It was really not what I was expecting.
Are you allowed to talk about this?
Yeah.
You should take pictures of it.
Yeah, we couldn't take pictures inside, only outside. But it's literally like a giant. It's like a mansion, a super funky mansion. Like there was like a fucking like a spiral staircase. Small caged-in spiral staircase in the middle of the room, and there's so much to see. Like, you just kind of walk throughout the house, and there's like there's a lot of people. It's starting to help. Like, I'm starting to get distracted, whatever. I'm still feeling a little off, like lightheaded. So I'm like, I'm still trying to still have a good time.
Yeah, this whole time you didn't say you ate anything the entire time.
Yeah, which And then, later on they had this little cafe. Maria and I split this hot dog. As soon as I ate the hot dog, bro, the other half, I start feeling better. I'm like, I was hungry, like, which wasn't helping. That was like, because I have my anxiety. Yeah. I was having my anxiety, but I didn't feel hungry because I was too anxious. But once I ate, I was like, motherfucker. That's why I was feeling lightheaded. I was like, I'm like, all right, we gotta eat after this. And I told her, I was like, because we had only been eating like street food, like carb stuff, like, which was super good, but it's not real what I'm used to.
Meal.
So I told her, I was like, we got to go to McDonald's after this. Yeah. I need something familiar.
Your body was so fucked.
Yeah, so I think I ate a Big Mac. It was great. It was the best Big Mac I've had. Actually, in London it was a little better, but way better than here.
That's not saying much, honestly.
Yeah, it was built so well.
Yeah,
even like when they put it on a tray for you to pick it up, like I saw the guy like setting it up, and he was like, all right, this order's ready. Like they put time into like setting the stuff up for presentation.
Man, if we had half the culture that they had there,
bro, the culture was amazing.
Just the respect.
That's a big thing. Like over there, everything runs like a well-oiled machine because no one thinks they're better than anyone else. Mm-hmm. No one is like trying to be like, everyone's just trying to just live their life, like have a good day. Like everyone is like pretty quiet. Like when you're walking in the subway, it's pretty quiet. Sidewalks, people are very respectful. Bro, let me tell you, it's a lot of people walking like constantly. There's like waves of people kind of crashing into each other in between like junctions and stuff, but like it works.
Just works
because people are respectful. Over there, typically if it's like an older person, since they respect their elders a lot more, you let them go first because it's just kind of their tradition.
It's a proper thing to do.
Yeah, like I remember we were going down this escalator in Shibuya. Oh my god, when we got there, the Shibuya, trying to get to Shibuya from like the subway was a mess because we didn't know where the fuck we were going.
Where the fuck are we?
So we were going down this escalator, and then this like older lady, she was like, or she said something in Japanese to me, and I was like, oh, sorry, go ahead. So I was like, oh, go ahead, I don't mind. Like, I don't know where I'm at.
Like, get your young ass out the way.
Yeah. Go back to Shibuya at another point, like later in the week, and we do this like Shibuya Sky experience, which is where you go all the way up to this building and you can see the whole skyline. Like it's like you go up to the top, there's a helicopter pad, and all the walls are glass. Mm-hmm. There's even a bar up there too.
That's where you started freaking out.
This is where I was freaking out, and I'm gonna show you. Like I look so stiff in all the photos.
I feel like I would suck at navigating around.
Oh, bro, it was a little difficult, but you get used to it.
I'd be like, how the fuck do we get back to the hotel?
Like this is like, bro, look at this. Like, and this is like just one side, but this is all Tokyo. Like everything out in the distance.
Where were you guys staying at in this whole fucking picture?
Oh, damn. Probably closer like this area.
Oh shit, that's far too.
Let me see where that picture of me like looking stiff. Right?
I'm fucking terrified.
Bro, I was walking up there. I was like. Then like another day we did like something called Team Labs, which was amazing. First off, it's like a sensory museum. So like as soon as you walk in, you take off your shoes, you put them in a locker, because you like walk. There's like times where you walk like knee deep in water.
Do you know what to wear before you even go to that stuff?
You just want to wear like shorts. I mean, you can like as long as you don't want to have to roll up your pants. So I wore shorts.
Yeah. Maria
wore like loose pants that it was easy to roll up. But really that's all you need, because there's like this area here. Oh, let me turn that down. Like this is like the endless. Like look at this. Like, and you're like walking through it. And so it's like very unique experience. Like the floor was glass. Let me see. This was like walking in the between the like the exhibits, I guess.
Really? It's just that dark.
Yeah, this was like the area where you're like knee deep in water, and there's like light projections in the water, so it looks like there's fish. and like it's literally so like
fucking trippy.
Yeah, it's very trippy. It's so unique. I've never experienced anything like it. Like, you know, it's a huge room, dude. Like,
That building must be big as hell.
it was pretty big. See, like, this was a picture I made Maria take of me. Like, you know, there's like you know, stuff all over the place.
You gotta be corny every once in a while, you know?
Yeah. Then there's this other room where it was just like a bunch of balls everywhere. So I told Maria, I was like, all right, let me take a picture of me, like I'm lifting it up. But it's like, and you can like touch them, like they change colors, like they're like soft to the touch. It's almost like what
That's cool
Baymax
shit.
from.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
That's probably what he would feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Then there was this other room where it's like the whole floor is glass and up above is like a dome that has like a screen, and it's like, it's called, and it smelled like flowers, and it was like a bunch of flowers and stuff just falling constantly. And bro, we were laying there for a little bit. We were just like looking up. We were like, wow.
Could have been stoned in there.
Yeah, like this is a picture I took of Maria in it.
She laying down.
Yeah, like they like tell you, it's like, oh yeah, lay down, you can. You saw like a lot of
out.
people. Yeah, like look at that shit.
That's cool as shit.
It was that was cool. Then there was like this little outside area where like there's like it's like almost like they look like alien eggs.
Yeah.
There's like a video of it.
Damn, this is a nice day out too.
Oh yeah, dude! Every single day was perfect weather. It was amazing. We got so lucky.
I get lucky whenever I go.
Let me see. And then there was like another room where it was like they had like real flowers just hanging from the ceiling, and like, you know, you could take a bunch of pictures in there. Maria has a lot of them, so I'll have to get them for her.
You gotta clean up your pictures. You got thousands of pictures.
I have thousands.
So you know about mine. I'll go through. I'm like, I like this one. I'll delete the rest. I'll delete the rest.
In the anime district. Zora statue, but in the anime district there was a building because I was for Ryan at work.
Yeah.
He wanted me to get him like a book of, or like a hentai book.
Hentai?
Just like just cause, you know, and I get it. I'm like,
it's anime porn. People grow up.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm like, you know, Maria and I told Maria, and she's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, all right, this is an adult store. Let's go in there. Keep in mind, this is also multiple floors.
So it's just a porn store with multiple floors.
Yeah, and each floor is just.
You can't even have something like that here.
No, like, so, you know, we go in. I'm like, all right, there's adult toys. Go upstairs. All right, it's just a bunch of. It's like a library of just porn movies. Go upstairs. Library of porn movies. I'm like, all right, I get it. This is. I see the movies. Where's the hentai? Repeat that like 6 other times. I'm like, all right, that's enough. I can't even like. I was like, I'm tired of looking at all this fucking porn. Like, I'm tired of it.
How many floors of videos do you need? We have the internet.
Yeah, so
who still buys these?
So on the one of the last stores, we're like going up the stairs, and like right before I go up, I see a stop. Only male customers allowed like above this. I'm like,
getting dark now.
I'm like, wait. I'm like, hold up. What year is this? What? I didn't go up there. I was with Maria too. Like, I'm not gonna make you wait down here on this floor of porn while I go upstairs. Like, so we leave. We get a vending machine out and outside, like right outside the store. And then they have like, it has like, it's because it says adult amusement park, but this is like the outside of the store. And so you see here, it says okay, and then male only.
Huh.
And
it
so
might be like screening areas where you can like actually watch, because there's like some places you can actually like watch the porn.
So before, like, so on
Can't
that thing,
sanitized.
it said that it was like next to the stop sign, it said that it had used panties up there. So and it's funny because when you look at this, it says men's goods. I was like,
I don't want some used panties.
I was talking to Maria about that. I'm like, ew. First off, don't give me no used panties. That's fucking gross.
You
but
know what?
They sell them.
We're not gonna kink shame in here.
That's true. You know, if you're into it,
good
for you.
Shoot. Cool. I don't want no used panties.
No, neither. So that was a unique, like a very different like a bit of a culture shock. I was like,
oh,
you're not gonna find that here.
No, you won't.
Like it was just
Some crusty, nasty ass pants.
Yeah. So, you know, we buy a lot of figurines. You know, you can see some up there. A Mazora one that I got there.
Robin.
We got some. Actually, we went to the Mugiwara store, which was in Shibuya, if I'm not mistaken.
The what store?
The Mugiwara store, which is the Straw Hat store in Japanese.
That's fucking cool.
And that's where I got these bad boys.
Yeah.
I gave Dom one already.
Gave me Frankie Super.
And we got Kaido,
which I have to get.
A villain. We got Brooke,
which I have to get.
I'm giving this to my
buddy
Rolando.
It's the best laugh.
Giving this to my buddy Rolando. Whitebeard, I'm giving this to my buddy Jay.
I know Whitebeard's laugh.
No, wait, that's. I think
no,
that's.
I don't think that's his. Is that Kaido's?
I think Kaido is the
Name Swan.
Yeah, Sanji for Guillermo.
Zoro has a normal ass laugh.
Yeah, Zoro just doesn't laugh. He just cuts.
Yeah, it gets hammered. I like that Kirby I see over there.
Oh yeah, I got that for my sister actually.
I was gonna say I've never seen you play or talk about Kirby.
Yeah, no, I got these for my sister because like we used to play this like Kirby's Epic Yarn. Do you remember that game on the Wii?
Yeah, I remember that one.
We used to play that one a lot.
What is that? Oh, it's just like
it's
that.
Just a tongue, yeah.
Okay.
And bro, like look, like the price wise, 990 yen, which is
First off,
and $7.
Kirby doesn't have a fucking tongue. Not that I've ever fucking seen.
And then I got this.
That's cool though.
Which is like it's sort of like a, because she's been into like building these miniature sets.
Oh, okay.
So like
That's
this is
cool.
like a Japanese stand, and it's like very like intricate too. And I'm like, oh yeah, she'd like this. So I got her this. This was like,
bro, I got Madi something like not as, actually it might be just as a pain in the ass night, but it's like it goes in the bookshelf with your books.
That's what my mom's been
shows
building.
the thing. Bro, and when you have to take the parts and sand them, I was like, oh, no, I couldn't have gotten that for myself.
No.
It takes me forever to put my Legos together, let alone I have to sand the pieces to the right shape. Oh, no. I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, like, you know, my mom loves doing that stuff because it's the ones that you do for the book nooks. Those are the ones she's been building.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, yeah, this is perfect for her.
Yep.
She loves doing this. She likes building stuff.
She'll probably do it when I buy because now, like, you know, a good date night is she did her Legos and I did mine while we were watching. Nice. Damn, what were we watching?
Hopefully One Piece. I'm just kidding.
No, she's not called. It's
Always Sunny.
Yes, I felt like I put a movie on. Oh no, we were finishing Stranger Things. Because the last 2 episodes, one's an hour long, and the other one is 2.5 hours long. So we were watching the final episode, which was 2.5 hours long.
Damn.
And I still didn't have my Legos done by the time it ended, because I was doing Batman, and it's all black.
Oh,
and she was doing plants, so she was like, yeah, busting through it. I'm like, it's all right. That black goes to that black. You know,
dude, I used to have a lot of Legos. Like my mom loved getting me Legos.
The head figurine ones, bro, get those. They're cool. Like they're fun to put together, but then they're cool. Like you can just place them around because it's just like my next one I want to get is Mando's helmet.
Oh, so you got like the Batman?
I have Batman and Vader. I have 2 black ass ones.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
But there's like difference in weights too because the Batman one was light, but you pick up the Vader one, it's solid and heavy.
Later, buddy.
So yeah, the next one I want to get is Mando's, and then I know she wants the Sakura tree, or they call it the money tree. Mm-hmm. But when you get the Lego, it has either you can have the green leaves on it, or you can put the Sakura leaves on it. So that'll be the next one eventually.
Those are fun, man. Legos are always fun. I'm gonna definitely like.
You can never grow out of Legos, especially if you get like TIE fighters. You get like some strong fish line.
Maria literally got me the Obi-Wan ship right there.
Oh, when I get a house, bro, I'm gonna get like the strongest, like little thin line and just have them hanging from the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
like a fucking battle sequence going on.
I remember when I was little, I would see videos on YouTube of like you know grown men with like giant Lego sets, and I was like, that's the goal.
Yeah,
now,
man.
Obviously, you know, I'm I wouldn't get like a whole room dedicated to Lego because
That's the only time you have the money to be able to do it.
yeah,
People are like, oh, you could have did it as a kid. I couldn't afford to do it as a kid.
yeah,
We had a
my
job.
parents couldn't afford to do that as a kid.
Yeah, like I gotta live my childhood now, but I have money.
Yeah,
So, but back to Japan.
yeah. So let me see. That's from what I can remember. It's pretty much what happened. You know, as the days progressed, I started feeling better. I was like, okay, I always had a runny nose, which was super annoying, but whatever. It was actually weird. So on the subway or on the metro, as soon as I would get into the metro and like because it's super quiet on the metro. No people don't talk. It's just rude.
Except for those annoying fucking kids in the Japanese animes.
Actually, yeah, they're like some school kids would come out and then they would be like laughing and being loud, and you'd see people going like
shut the fuck up. They just won't say it though.
No, they don't say it. But you know, as soon as I would get into the metro, my nose would start running. I would be walking outside just fine. No, nothing. As soon as I'd get into metro, I'd sit down, my nose would start running. So I'm like, the whole time I'm like, and I'm like, oh god, Jesus.
I
Like,
don't know, man. Maybe it's just because it's not fresh air anymore.
I think so. But then, so I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just like I'll get like a tissue and I'll put my mask on, and then that way, like you know, if it's there and it starts leaking, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I can just wait, and then it wouldn't happen. I'm like, what is this blasphemy?
You're just going through it, bro.
I was going through it a little bit, but still the best trip I've ever taken. I would do it 100 times again. It was incredible. On the way back, this was when the issues started. So the last day we were there, you know, we woke up early and Maria was like, "Oh, our flight was delayed," and I'm like, "Oh no, that's not good. That's a
dryer."
Yeah, it's a dryer.
Oh, what the hell's beating around?
And I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." She's like, "Yeah, but we had a 2-hour layover in Vancouver or Toronto, whatever, one of those places. So it's not a big deal." I'm like, "Oh, okay." A few minutes or like 30 minutes, 40 minutes go by, and then she's like, "Oh, it was delayed another hour." I'm like, "What?" So she's like, "Yeah, we'd have like 20 minutes to get to our next flight, and which isn't possible." I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, that's not good. So we call the airline. This fucking angelic customer service representative. She was great. You know, we like tell her the situation. She's like, "Oh, let me see if there's anything leaving Orlando like later." She's like, "No, that's the last flight leaving Orlando or leaving Toronto to Orlando, like that day." And we're like, "Damn, well we can't just stay in Canada for a whole other day. We have like, you know, I have the car rental pickup or like I have the pickup.
Yeah, you got shit
car.
going on already.
We have the hotel already booked in Orlando because you know we didn't want to travel and then drive to Gainesville." So she's like, "Well, there's a flight that leaves an hour earlier than your original flight that will make it to Orlando on time." And we're like, yeah, that works. So, you know, she puts us on that flight. We get to the airport later in the day, and we don't have like seats next to each other because like, you know, she couldn't do that. She had to just put us in two random spots.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I start freaking out a little bit. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be on like a plane ride, in a full plane ride. By the way, it was like every seat was taken.
Damn. Is this from?
This was from Tokyo to Toronto. So it was about 12 hours, I think. And I'm like, damn, and I'm in a middle seat too. So I'm like, I'm between two people. I'm like freaking out a little bit, but it was fine. Like, you know, I get there, the guy was pretty nice, like was super nice. I think it was actually him and his girlfriend, I think, which was interesting that they were sitting like on separate seats. But I was like, whatever.
You want to swap? You can sit right next to your lady. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll seat.
But I was like, whatever. So, you know, I get on the plane. So, to mention, when we got to our flight there, they even gave us headsets, like, to watch movies and stuff. I was like, damn, they gave us everything. We get back, and I see the blanket and the pillow on the seat, but no headset. And I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks. I'm like, this is going to be a long flight. Like, no movies, nothing. Flight takes off. I'm like, shit, this is going to be boring as fuck.
I'm sure you could have asked for some.
Well, that's the thing. Like, about 30 minutes in the air, they're like, hey, we're about to go walk by and give complimentary headsets or like earphones. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, thank God.
Can't be shy, man. I'd be like, hey, can I get a headset, please?
So you know they gave us headsets. I watched the movies. I watched Puss in Boots, which the reason I watched Puss in Boots is because my sister Valerie, she mentioned watching it and she was like, wow, it's crazy how they perfectly showed what like an anxiety attack or a panic attack is like.
Oh yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards, like after I had gone through this, I remembered that. I'm like, all right, let me watch it. And then I'm like watching it. I'm like, yeah. That's what I felt.
What a
I'm like,
villain.
I'm
in
like,
that one.
dude, yeah.
He's not even a villain, really.
No, he's deaf.
He's just deaf. So I'm just coming for you.
Yeah, and I understand why he was going after Puss, because you know he's like, motherfucker, you've been cheating death.
Yeah, you're fucking around. Now you're finna find out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said that he's the best one to make an appearance in like a long time. Like you had to put him in the villain, I guess, but like coming from DreamWorks, right? What's Puss in Boots DreamWorks?
I imagine. I mean,
think
that's what
so.
Shrek is. So I think.
Yeah, so he's like the best villain they've had in a long time.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I just liked him because he was a wolf. He was a badass wolf.
Bro, he was bad. And then the two sides.
Yeah, the two sickles.
It was really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, this fucker is just the shit. Because I've not sat down and watched it from beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came out, I got it from Nevaeh, and she was just watching it. So of course, when I first saw him, and I was like, who's this? I was like, hold on. I was sitting there with her, and I watched like all the way until like Puss left, like he fled. I was like, damn, he's fucking cool. And I went on about my business.
Yeah, he like shows up and starts whistling.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you hear it. It's like I like how they incorporated the whistle, because it's like when in like the old school horror movies, like you knew something bad was going to happen when you heard the theme song start playing. Yeah. So whenever you hear the whistle, you're just like, oh shit, it's finna go down. So I need to actually just sit and watch it, because Dandy did, and he said it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that movie was good. I started watching 2001: Space Odyssey, which was a trip. I fell asleep in the middle of it. That's a crazy movie. It's like it was a movie that came out in like the 60s, and I think it was the 60s or 70s, but for the time, it's impressive because it's a space movie. Yeah. And it's impressive how well they did a bunch of stuff. I remember putting on Shrek, like just the first Shrek, passing out, and then I woke up and it was in the credits. I was like,
that's a good nap. That's a good nap. I was like, good. That was a great nap. I needed that.
Then we get back to Orlando after like a connecting flight. That second flight was like nothing. It was like 2 hours, and so after, like comparatively, I was like, oh, that's nothing. I'm just gonna read a little bit. Although there were some fucking screaming kids, and the parents weren't doing anything about it, and I was like, I was like, please God.
I've never flown, but I know I would, like, whenever I do, I can't do it with my kids, because I'd be like, sit down. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
God damn it!
Because I'm already like, I've never flown. I'm already tense because I've never flown. Yeah. And I'm like, shut up! We're gonna die.
It's like, we're gonna die. What?
Yeah, nah. I think I would be able to do it till they're like older.
Yeah.
A lot older.
Yeah, I mean, I think I started. My first flight was on when I was 7, and it wasn't too bad when I was 7.
Screaming kids, welcome back to America.
Yeah. So, oh man, it was a whole thing, but I just put in my earphones and like with my earbuds. I didn't even have anything playing in them. I just had them for the noise cancellation, and I was just reading. I passed out for a little bit, then read it some more. Got there, we got to Orlando, and oh man,
because you guys drove to Orlando, right?
Yeah. So we picked up Maria's car from the car rental place, or not the car rental place, the car storage place. Mm-hmm. Drove to the hotel. We got some Wendy's. Fucked up that Baconator.
The first American meal he has is a cheeseburger.
Yep. Because here's the thing. The only 2 places open at that time. It was like 2 a.m.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. The only places open was like McDonald's or Wendy's. And I'm like, what do you want, babe? And she was like, whichever. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm getting my Baconator.
I would go for Wendy's over McDonald's any day. It just tastes a lot better.
And, drove back home. Finally saw Obi. I was so excited to see him because, man, I was worried about him because her mom was going to watch him because she's watching Luna right now, our other cat. But
I'm surprised you don't have that cat back yet.
She's still watching them, like her. She's just. I think Maria just. She keeps her mom company, so she just lets her be there.
Get your mom her own cat. Rob's always trying to give cats away.
Is he really?
Yeah. He in his store. As soon as you walk in, right there on the left, bunch of cats.
Damn.
Because his store, their proceeds go to getting any animal like the medicine and all the stuff they need taken care of.
Oh damn.
So yeah, they're not like just shit cats. They're like cats that are taken care of.
Oh, that's cool.
To be,
damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So just I'm gonna get her mom a cat. Just talk to Rob. Like the cats they're good. They were all like good looking cats when I went, and that's when they got into that. Oh, we should get a cat. And that's when I was like, yeah, if you take care of it, because I will not.
Yeah.
I will not.
Right, I mean, cats are great. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but I have to take care of my kids.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not stacking on an animal on top of that.
That's fair.
You guys can take care of it yourselves.
Yeah, the litter box is not fun.
No, I'm not touching it. I'm
not fun.
And that's why we don't have one yet.
Yeah, I get it.
I stand by that. So I will not take care of it.
Yeah, if you don't take care of it, no one's gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? But so she went to Jacksonville, and like I didn't want Obi to be in a car for like hour and a half, 2 hours, because he's never been in the car that long. I don't know how he's gonna react. I don't know if he's gonna get sick or if he's gonna shit in the car.
Freaking out.
So we just left him here. We had Valerie come in every day and just like see him. He he took this off.
He's smart, bro.
He took not just this. He took this part off, the black piece, because it screws off. And it was like Valerie texted me like Thursday or something. She's like, "Hey, did you fill up his food? Because it was looking a little weird." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And so she's like, "Damn, I knew I should have taken a picture." Next day she comes, she takes a picture of it. Bro, all this is off. There's food scattered across the floor, and there's just a pile of food on the top. I was like, "This mother." I'm like, okay. I was like, it's not correct, and she fixed it. But I'm like, this motherfucker, bro.
Now you gotta duct tape all that shit.
Yeah, that's the reason we have this thing there, because that's where the button is, and he would press it, and it would dispense.
Cats are too smart for their own good.
Yeah, bro. For food, they will figure out a way. This is the way. Can't fucking.
Look at it. And he's like, oh, you got food?
Let me put his bag. I didn't even know you were. Oh, I didn't know you were in here. But
well, he checking for that bowl. Oh, I thought the bowl just came with it. It just.
Oh no, I mean, it comes with it.
Okay. I see
it's just like you can kind of detach it in case you want to feed them separately, I guess. But yeah, and we got back, and I was jet lagged as fuck.
Cool, and that is the whole Japan story. Damn, you took the whole time on that one.
I did.
That's good, man. You don't talk enough in the podcast. I feel like I talk too goddamn much. So it was nice. You guys got to hear this majestic man's voice for an hour talking about Japan. Did I got anything that was going on? Nope. Don't think so. Gym video games.
Oh yeah, gym video games.
Pumpkin patch. Took girls to the pumpkin patch. Took some nice pictures of the girls.
Nice.
Platinum Spider-Man. There we go. And I'm playing back to Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
And that's me right now.
I started Spider-Man because he let me borrow it. Man, oh man.
Phenomenal.
Woo! That's good.
Phenomenal.
That is a Insomniac. Please keep creating games.
Insomniac is the golden boy right now. They're making 3 fantastic Spider-Man games. They're working on the Wolverine game, which after having 3 consecutive good games, oh yeah, they're probably gonna nail that, and hopefully they just keep getting. I'm not gonna say all the superhero ones because it's probably not gonna happen, but at least all the Marvel ones.
That would be
just let
sick.
them just keep kicking them out because they're doing a good ass job.
Oh, they could do a phenomenal Iron Man game.
Yeah, it's because you could tell like the studio cares about what they're doing. They're putting out some good quality.
Full
content.
games.
Full games.
No microtransactions.
No microtransactions.
Like.
And a shit ton of cosmetics already in the game, how it should be.
Man.
We love you, Insomniac.
We love you.
Keep doing what you do. And we will catch everybody in the next podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I already said in the beginning. And we will catch you in the next one. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Peace.